mind from all that has happened in the past, keeping only the learnings with us. This is our sadhana. We must check every day what all things I bring back from my memory and then rechurn it every day, whether it is beneficial to me or not beneficial to me. Let us withdraw our mind from imagination. Between memory and imagination, the moment is lost. Bhagavan is already declared in the final advice that do not fear, do not grieve. Grief comes from the past, fear comes from the future. Let us bring our mind in the present moment by focusing on the breath. Breath is always in the present moment, always fresh, always alive, always detached, always available for us to focus on. A quiet, alert mind in the present moment is the ideal mind for japa, meditation, and shravan. Whatever lingering thoughts are there, let us chant loudly so that they vanish. Om. Om.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajananam Bhuta Ganati Sevitam Kapittajambo Balasarabhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinasakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam. Saraswati Namastubhyam Parade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddher Bhavatu Me Sada. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sabaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुदं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम.
Hariom Amma, very, very beautiful. Suddenly, when a task comes, it has to be, somebody is ready to do it perfectly. Very nice. And to remember in that order also, if you are not chanting regularly, is not very easy.
Now I do in the Atma Bodha class also.
Very nice. Hariom to all. So we are reflecting on the concluding chapter, Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. Somebody was asking me, when will it be completed so that we can start per class summary and we can invite, yes, I think 2 more sessions. And let me tell you that to complete and the chapter also, for me also, it is not very easy. I think that we should take more and more. I think I have read many texts, but Bhagavad Gita has its own ras, which is something unique. Something unique. One feels little sad also that it is getting concluded, but happy that we are going to do second project, that 1 chapter, 1 session. So that gives joy. So we are on the concluding verse, that is Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhya Moksha Isha Mima Shuchaha. So we'll see that verse and also see quickly the highlights, and then importantly, Bhagavan has given messages, 2 messages, that in spite of listening to Bhagavad Gita, following spirituality for 20 years, 30 years maybe, why there is no change in me? And even others confirm in the family and friends, yeah, I confirm. You are only listening to Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad, but I don't see any change in your behavior. This dialogue I have heard many times from our Chinmaya Mission members or many people. So why is that Bhagavan is telling? And also one clue that, who are the adhikari of this and who are unadhikari. Even if they listen to it, then there will be less change in them. There will be less transformation in them. So the final advice, so we have to chant this every day, morning, evening, before going to sleep, this verse. Because concluding advice, somebody is a little lazy and says, can I get some, small capsule? This is a capsule which we can chant after we get up, in the afternoon, before lunch, and then before going to sleep. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja So Bhagavan is telling that you do two things. What are the two things? Do your duty by renouncing all dharmas. But what to renounce, how to renounce, you have to refer to this chapter, Moksha Sanyasa Yoga, because that is a chapter which told us what is difference between Tyaga and Sannyasa. And then 7 topics given to find out our Swadharma. And then do the duty joyously with a cheerful mind by renouncing 3 things. If I want to tell the summary, Sattvic Tyaga is what? Renounce doership that I have done, see, I have done, I want appreciation for this. Drop like dislikes while doing it, whatever jobs, whatever situation comes in before us. We have to remember one of the most difficult situation came before Arjun. At least that kind of situation is not in front of us, that we have to kill our own people for some piece of land or Rajya. So whatever situation comes, I have to drop like dislikes and say what needs to be done. And the third, do not have anxiety for the results. So drop the anxiety. 3 things I have to drop and do your duty. That is the renunciation. And how to find out our own Swadharma, Dharma, you go back to the 7 topics what we discussed, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and then from that, those indicators, those dashboards, you will get what is my real temperament, whether it is more thinker, whether it is more of administrator, whether it is more of resource manager, or whether it is more of service provider. But suppose I renounce, that some people start renouncing, but they do not have a mental anchor. We must have at least one anchor for our emotions to hold on to. Otherwise, emotions and mind will go haywire. So either God says, make me alone, or Shastra or Guru. Here Bhagavan says both 3 are same only. So one anchor has to be given, not 2 anchors, 3 anchors. No, today our situation is I want family also, I want job also, I want this also, then I want in somewhere Sunday to Sunday God. Bhagavan says, no, your love by listening to scriptures must increase towards God, not towards the world. Bhakti Yoga also is not very easy because Bhagavan says if you have love towards many things in that one God is there, it is not going to work. So that is the advice given. And what is Lord's promise? I will liberate you from all sins and limitations. That is my job. Don't worry about whether this is right, wrong. You do this. You do your job joyously, cheerfully. That is very important. And without these 3 things, that is in your hand. That is the control I have given to you. But then you are not doing your job and you are thinking what will happen to my future, whether I will get moksha, whether I will get next birth, where I will get, and what will happen tomorrow. That is in God's hand. And all limitations means all sorrow. Because any limitation is equal to sorrow. Those people who suffer poverty, they have limitation of wealth. Those people who suffer failure, they have limitation of success. Those people who suffer movement, they have or disease, then they have a limitation of the body because body is not moving now. So any form of limitation, anywhere we feel limited, that is the definition of suffering or sorrow. So I must be clear that anything what I do, it will have some limitations and there will be some suffering. So what I want limitless, boundless happiness. So people who are interested in spirituality, they are highly ambitious because they are bored with limited happiness. They want boundless happiness, fearless happiness. So Bhagavan says, do not worry or have anxiety. For moksha also, when will I get moksha? This question should be dropped from spiritual seeker's mind. Bhagavan says, you just focus on your present moment, do your duty, and in the duty in a particular attitude, in a particular way. Only that control, karmanyevadhikaraste, have given to you. Don't think about past and future. Do not fear. Very, very important. It is very easy to say do not fear. But actually, I must ask myself what all fears I have. Physical fears, psychological fears, financial fears, relationship fears, spiritual fears, social fears. What will people think of me? So many fears I am holding, and then I am a spiritual sadhak. It is not going to work. As Gurudev has mentioned, one of the parameter of spiritual growth, one of the parameter is I start experiencing fearlessness. Another parameter, I start feeling at a very deeper level peaceful, rock-like peace, shanti chi pai shanti. At the deeper level, I start feeling that joy which is coming from the source, not from the stimuli. The joy shifts from stimuli to the source, because otherwise our happiness and joy is stimuli driven from outside, not source driven. Do not grieve. This is the first and last message of Bhagavan. First thing what he told in Bhagavad Gita, Ashochan anva shochastvam. Do not grieve, do not have sorrow, do not have suffering. Why are you suffering? Because it has no logic. From any perspective, you talk to a person who has read Bhagavad Gita, you cannot grieve. So what we have to practice? We should not from today bring some past stories from our life and share to others. How to drop, how to not to grieve, because some people have a habit. The moment they say, how are you? I'm happy, very nice. And next moment they will start some sad stories, what has not worked for them. This happened, that happened in my life, and they will start. So what am I doing? I'm grieving, I'm regretting. So Bhagavan says, do not grieve, because from any point of view, emotional, physical, logical, rational point of view, there is no point of grieving. No, this person left. Bhagavan says, everybody is going to leave. Kabir Das ji was traveling in a boat, and that boatman was a murderer. He had murdered many people. He said, Maharaj, tayyar ho jao marne ke liye. When the boat came in the center, he found Kabir Das ji is not even scared also. He told, you're not scared. He told, no. महात्मा जी मैं तो जाने वाला हूं, आप कब आने वाले हो? When are you coming? And then that was a transformation movement for that boatman. As Gurudev said, there are three kinds of people. One who are gone, one who are on the way, and one who are planning to go there. Where? Home, our real home. So where is the grief? He is telling Arjun that don't feel sad that you are going to kill people. One day you are also going to go. So now grief gone, sorrow gone, bhaya, shoka, moha, everything gone. Now what? Bhagavan says, keep smiling. Gurudev also, last message of Gurudev to people. He told, if you just remember Chinmay Mission, if you remember that you are part of Chinmay Mission, you have heard Bhagavad Gita, you have heard some spirituality, you have to keep a smile on the face. Keep smiling. Don't keep crying and keep a face like constipated faces. Keep smiling. So now we have though this is our sadhana. That's the last message from Bhagavan. Now what to do? Now what? So Bhagavan says that if there is no change in you after listening to all these things, then there is no problem of the scriptures. There is a problem at you. Second, whom to share this knowledge? So second way to interpret that, whom to share this knowledge and whom not to share this knowledge. So we will start today with one of our Gurudev's video on this.
If your radio is giving you all the noises in the cosmos, except the program of the broadcasting station, it's not the mistake of the broadcasting station, but it's because your receiving set is out of gear, it is to be repaired. Similarly, the Gita has been given out here in its truest sense. And if those of you who have not understood at all, or not feel relieved from your delusions and misconceptions, it's not the fault of the Gita or the speaker, but it's because your equipment is not adjusted properly. What am I to do? What are the adjustments? Only 4 or 5 adjustments. Tapas, devotion, service to others, and a kind of respect and reverence in your mind. If these 4 are developed in you, they alone will have the ears to hear, the heart to accept, the mind to receive this great truth. Or you will not understand. Not only that you don't understand, but you will understand it ulta, the opposite. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. Kya Bhagavad Gita mein, what does he say? Remember me and fight on. And therefore I must fight my father in the court. I must fight my wife in the court. I must fight with my neighbor. Why? To live Gita. What to? So Gita is a revolutionary textbook. Says that, oh man, don't sit down quietly. Get up and fight. Uttishta. Get up. Yuddhasva vigatajvara. Without any excitement, fight on, fight on, fight on. So it is a book on revolution. Now the revolutionary look at it, he sees revolution. Those who are economists and see socialism, socialism. That is the glory of a scripture. Scripture is like a mirror. You see in it what you bring to it. You get out of it according to your ability and capacity. From an ocean, how much of water you can carry? It depends upon the equipment that you have got. If it is a thimble of water you can. If it is a bucket of water. If it's a truckload of water. Your patra, your vehicle, vessel that you bring. Similarly, I look at the mirror, I see me. Behind me a donkey standing, that is also reflected. And on the donkey a monkey sitting down, monkey will be also there. And if my face looks like monkey, that is not the fault of the mirror. Your face is monkey face. What to do? Similarly, I am a revolutionary, I see revolution here. If I am an economist, I see economics here. It all becomes what you bring into it. Science of management. The managers want to know science of management, read. Science of management is already here. Mental development, intellectual development. Those who are spiritual students with devotion to the Lord, he sees that path clearly. That is the greatness of a scripture. It is like a mirror. It reflects honestly the one who is in front of it. So that these are the adjustments that the student must make in himself so that he will be able to receive this message clearly.
So one question we must ask today, that what is the inner transformation happened in me by reading, chanting, being in Chinmaya mission, whatever spiritual path I am following it. If there is, and this I must write down And one of the clue is sadhana chatushtaya, whether my vivek increased, whether my vairagya increased, whether I have gathered wealth, shata sampatti, shama, dama, titiksha, whether my control of mind increased, whether my control of senses increased, whether I become less short-tempered, whether I become more peaceful, whether I become more joyous, whether my forbearance has increased, whether my equanimity has increased, whether my faith has increased. But there has to be a change. If there is no transformation, as Guruji says, is that all this what we are doing for inner transformation. So if it is not increased, then this verse Bhagavan says that these qualities are there, so it is not increasing. Or second interpretation is that when we are spreading this message, we must just spread and call our relatives, friends, but do not expect that there will be change or they will be, coming and listening to this. But we must do our missionary zeal. So Gurudev mentioned 4 things which are there in this verse that we will analyze. Do not give this knowledge, or this knowledge will not give results. If these 4 qualities are there, then this knowledge will not give its result. I will understand, I will chant, I can speak on Bhagavad Gita, but what is the inner transformation? That is very important. So what is the first one? A tapaskaya. One who is devoid of austerities, one who is more indulgent. I am constantly on the mobile phone, constantly indulging my senses outside in the world. My energies are getting dissipated. I have understood everything. I am Atma, I am Satchidananda, but I will not be able to feel it. As Guruji says, people talk about God, do puja, go to Tirtha Yatra. But are you able to feel that God is with you, within you? Aham Atma Gudakesha. So when I am too indulgent in the outside world, I will not be able to experience this inner self, where the God is located in the inner cavity of the heart, that is the intellect. Mirror must be clean to reflect. We must practice some tapas, some self-denial, some conservation of energy, redirection of energy. One may have tapas intelligence, but not this. Okay, no, I don't have any habits. I don't go to restaurant. I don't go to watch movies. I don't watch TV. I don't watch any serials. I don't watch any mobile phone. I am not, but this might not be there. So first I do, but the second quality, abhaktaya, one who is devoid of devotion, no love towards scriptures, teacher, or this knowledge. Many have tapas, but devotion, lot of pujas, visit temple, but not keen on listening and understanding this knowledge. So I must ask whether I have that devotion, whether I feel from deep within that excitement to read the scriptures, or when I see the Guru's photo, or that feeling comes. That feeling is very important. Ashushrushavi. There are 2 meanings. I know entire Bhagavad Gita. I can give and one day talk on entire thing. I can I have a lot of self-control, but I am not doing any seva. Because that seva bhav only is not coming. Whatever work I am doing, I think it is a very great thing what I am doing. Many people forget that in my mission, seva, what we are doing, it is the opportunity and platform given to us to test whether we are on the path. But I am not doing any seva. Whatever work I am doing, I say I am tired, I will not do, I want to leave. So desire for serving is very, very important. And one who does not have desire for listening, do not try to convince your spouse or relatives or always feel bad. Many people say that, it is so very nice, but my family is not interested, spouse is not interested, children are not interested, parents are not interested. Only I am interested, but that is still okay. Prahlad ji was alone devotee of God in this entire world of Rakshasas there. One can invite, one should invite, not that you should stop inviting. But this sadness must not be there, my family is not very keen. I am only keen because we are only meeting them for some time in this life. We are all travelers come in one bogie. Everybody should be interested in the same thing. It is a false expectation. Inform, invite, but do not feel sad if they don't come, if they don't read. They may be following another path. There are many, many paths. As many people, so many paths, Ramakrishna Paramahansa says. They will have another God, another Guru, another path. Why they should come to this path only? So, but we must keep informing, keep inviting them. Because when that spark will come, when God will put them into that condition, we do not know. But we must not feel sad because many people, what they do, they stop inviting, stop informing only. No, what is the use? When they are ready, they will come on their own. No. Somebody invited you, somebody told you, somebody informed you, somebody sent you an WhatsApp, somebody called you, so you got interested here. One does not render service to others. Service is a must for spiritual growth. The more I grow in spirituality, as we discussed about parameters, one becomes more fearless, one becomes more peaceful, one becomes more joyous, one starts giving less significance to oneself. And when I do all these things, then I can only think that how can I do more service? Tukaram Maharaj says, Ata urlo upkara purta. Now my fulfillment has already happened. Now what is to be done? Only share knowledge and do service. One definition of spirituality, which I always say is very, very interesting to remember. What is the definition of spirituality in one line? When I close my eyes, there is absolute peace, quiet and joyous peace. And when I open my eyes, there is service. So when I close my eyes, there is joyous silence. And when I open my eyes, there is service. So I keep listening one text after another text. After Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, then Brahma Sutra, then Adhyasa Bhasha, then this text and that text. But how much I am serving? Service still, it takes time. So service comes, that service bhava comes when that jnana becomes matured, when that jnana gets converted into premam. So we should listen to jnanam and express premam. That is what Guruji's formula is. But what we do, we take jnanam and then put jnanam on others. Do not hit another person with knowledge. You only express love because that is the most needed in this life. If there are 8.9 billion people on this earth, suppose you ask them, what do you want? Love or knowledge? They will say, I want love. Knowledge I can get from many people. Love is very, very difficult. So Guruji says that this knowledge, when it gets matured, when it gets ripe, when it is digested, it actually gets converted into premam. And then premam gets expressed. And that we all know, those who know Guruji, that people flock towards him not for knowledge, people flock towards him for that love. Abhyas suyati. This is another habit. If we have, we should drop today. There is no better day. There is no better moment. There is a habit some people have. Whatever you bring to them, they will find faults. One person asked in a group that what you are good at. So one person said, I am good at one thing. Whatever you bring before me, I will find faults in this. One who criticizes has no respect in scriptures, guru, people. So one thing we must drop today. We must stop finding faults in others. If we have this habit, the trade-off will be what? This knowledge will not give this joy, peace. I will be always in delusion, sorrow, fear, and agitation will be part of my life. Because Bhagavan is promising that if you understand this knowledge even little bit, then you will start experiencing that peace. Because when we go towards a perfume factory, before we enter the perfume factory, we start getting that aroma of that silence. So, Asuya is Bhagavan mentioned, and these are the last few verses. So we must take it more sincerely, not seriously, that I must drop complaints. As Guruji asked once in one forum, group was sitting, what is the Meaning of Aham Brahmasmi. People so tell lot of things. Aham Brahmasmi meant this technical, that technical. He heard for 15 minutes and this, it is right, all of you are right technically. But what it means, Aham Brahmasmi means no complaints. Because Brahman has no complaints. No complaints, no criticism, no comparison. Three C's I must drop. Like one person asked Buddha, what did you gain? He told, I didn't gain anything because I am already that. What happened is that I lost, I dropped. Renunciation is very important. So Guruji gives one joke that henceforth those who are coming to Bhagavad Gita, we must actually make a form and allow entry because all these qualities must be there for Bhagavad Gita listening. How to find a qualified sadhak? What are the qualifications to listen to Bhagavad Gita? And if I listen with those qualities, the difference will be immediate. Jnana and Vidyan goes together. Who is adhikari of this knowledge? What will I get if I spread this knowledge? So Bhagwan is going to tell one very, very interesting thing is that one who spreads this knowledge in whatever way, if you print pamphlets, if you send WhatsApp, if you talk to people and invite, that devotee is my dearest. Whatever you do, he is not saying that if you do this puja, go to this Tirtha Yatra, do this. Gurudev is going to say, if you give money, if you give this, then you will become dearer to me, dear to me. But who is the dearest? I must read that again and again. What is going to come? That one who spreads this knowledge is the dearest. I love him the most. You may love God, but you have to now. We are getting one tip from God that if we want God to love us, then we must spread this knowledge. In whatever adhikar we have. No, I cannot talk like you, but I will just send WhatsApp in the group and then I have done my job. Bhagavan says, okay, then you will get, you will be only dearer to that extent. But call up 10 people and invite, let them not come. You have done your duty without like dislikes, without fear, without anxiety for results. So who is adhikari? One who has self-control, love for God, keen in serving others, and does not find faults in others. He is the person who will get immediate results of this knowledge. So today we must start appreciating more, as Gurudev mentioned. We must sleep with what you call no regrets, and we must get up with gratefulness. This person gets maximum benefit of this knowledge, experiences the truth here and now, not somewhere in the heaven. Tip, if my behavior is not changing after listening to this knowledge, then I must work on this parameter and introspect. Otherwise, many people think that, yeah, I know I am Brahman, but it is not reflecting because Brahman reflects and Brahman transacts with the world with love and compassion and equanimity. Advishta sarva bhutanam. Am I lacking in some? Highest truth is for the qualified. PhDs are few. So I must build on my qualifications, qualities. Example, what Gurudev gave was broadcasting station and the receiver. So we are the receiver. If there is no music coming, still noise is coming, still sadness is coming, still anger is coming, still agitation is coming in my inside mind and outside, then I must tune the radio. This knowledge is sacred. Place is sacred, Kurukshetra. Dialogue is sacred. And then we must call everyone and speak about this because Shruti Mata will take unqualified people's, take care of them. Because even if they come here, they will sleep, they will not understand, or they will go somewhere. But our job is to keep calling. So now, what are the benefits if you share this knowledge? To that level, you will get benefits. Suppose you just forward this WhatsApp to few groups. That is 0.1%. Bhagavan says you talk to people. Anybody comes to you, somewhere you bring the topic to Gita, somewhere not mentioning Gita. If somebody comes and starts talking about somebody died, sad, You can say that everyone is going to do that. We are also going. So what is the grief in that? Come out of it. So then we are talking Gita. Say one quote from Gita. So we must not get into other person's dialogue. We must change it. So now two things are there: benefit to the teacher and benefit to the student. What is the benefit to the teacher? Teacher means one who spreads this knowledge, not only one who teaches this knowledge as such. Ya idam paramam guhyam. So this is the secret. Bhagavan says, I am going to tell you that who is the dearest to me. Bhagavan earlier said, you are dear to me, you are dear to me, you are dear to me. This is a jnani is the dearest. But more than that, now Bhagavan is concluding the secret that actually one who is dearest is the person who shares, teaches, imparts. What? This supreme secret, the art of living. What is that? In one sentence, we must spread this knowledge that you are not the body, mind, intellect. Your nature is Satchitananda Swarup. And why this? Bhagavan is more interested that to my devotees, whom to spread this knowledge? To my devotees who have hunger and taste. And why? Because by spreading this knowledge, they will become independent. They will realize their own nature, and they will once for all, they will be liberated from their own limitations. And how I must spread? With supreme devotion to me. Not that I don't love God, but I'm talking philosophy. I don't have any love in my mind, but I talk big sentences of philosophy and quote. To spread this knowledge with devotion, and one of the another parameters. So today we spoke about lot of parameters that we must become more fearless. We must stop cribbing, complaining, criticizing. We must become peaceful deep within. Our service orientation must go. Bhagavan is saying your love and devotion also must increase. Because without love and devotion, those people who talk about this knowledge, it doesn't reach to other people. And what should be my attitude? That this is a service what I am doing to rishis. I remember why I came in Chinmaya Mission. I came for this knowledge. I got this knowledge. So my duty is to spread this knowledge maximum, full stop. Now what is happening in Chinmaya Mission? What is about organization? This Swamiji, that Swamiji, this person. I am not so interested in that, whatever I know. I came for this knowledge. I got the knowledge, I must spread this knowledge. Otherwise, people get into some organization and then start discussing about the organization faults only. So this Swamiji is like that, this organization is like that, this person is like that, this president is like that, this trustee is like that, this is like that committee is like that. You didn't come to analyze these all things. I came for knowledge. So this Rushi Rund, so I am receiving, I am listening for 20 years, but what am I giving back? How many people have enrolled in this particular knowledge? How many people have inspired to listen to this knowledge? So study and share. Guruji says create ripples. Like there is water. If you put one stone in that water, there will be a lot of ripples. If you put one stone in the oil, there will be less ripples. If you put one stone in the coal tar, there will be very less ripples, but one must be creating ripples. So wherever I go, I will somehow come back to this knowledge and spread. Pujya Gurudev, one of the name of Pujya Gurudev is Gita Jnana Yajna Pracharakaya Namaha. Maximum yajnas he did world over. Vivekananda, went and made the, what do you call, in the foreign countries, made the base, and then Swami Chinmayananda, who is called as next Vivekananda. Vivekananda also mentioned somewhere that next birth I am going to come from south. He created that the entire palace on it of Bhagavad Gita. Maximum yajnas he did world over. People today know the moment we say Bhagavad Gita, Swami Chinmayananda and Chinmaya Mission is known worldwide. And how he studied. And then he said all this is happening because of Tapovan Maharaja's grace and knowledge. So there is one session Swamini Kaivalyananda ji is going to do on this coming Saturday. I will send the flyer, and the topic is very interesting.
Shared it already, Prasad, on the groups.
It is already in the group, but we will resend for us. And that topic is about Gurudev as a Shishya. We know only Gurudev as a Guru, but how was he as a Shishya to Shivanandji, to Swami Tapovan Maharaj? And then he told whatever glory is there, that is Swami Tapovan Maharaj's glory. So I am inviting all of you that these are very different topics, because 3rd August Jayanti is coming. So we must celebrate with knowing more about great Mahatmas, because when we read about Ramdas Swami, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, Tukaram Maharaj, Kabir Das ji, Shankaracharya, we get inspired, Vivekanand ji. Similarly, he is one of the Yuga Purush. Those people who have not read about Swami Chinmayananda, they must immediately take one book, The Journey of a Master, or look into the movie, The Quest. It is there on YouTube, and see how this Balan, who came from Kerala, who became such great saint, and what was his life journey, who was an atheist, who studied English, who studied law, who was a editor in the National Herald newspaper, and then how he went and became a monk. It's an interesting journey. How he was the founder of Vishwa Hindu Parishad. How he fought for the country and went into the jail also. Many people didn't know. And then, na samshaya, Bhagavan says that if you do this, spread the knowledge. You just spread, talk to people. You just don't send WhatsApp. Just talk to people and invite, and you have to say that I got benefited. If you don't say you didn't, you got benefited, who will come? So people will ask, what is the benefit you got? Then you have to share something. My temper went away. I became a better person, not a bitter person. Earlier I was a bitter person. Now I become a better person. Earlier I was a very agitated person. Now I become a peaceful person. Now many things happen in my life, but my significance to it is less. I just do my duty joyously. And the people will start coming, listening to your story. And then Bhagavan promises one thing, that don't doubt this. These are the concluding verses. You will attain, that is my job. You will come to me. Complete identification, supreme love, moksha, enlightenment. The highest goal you will achieve, highest purpose of a human being you will achieve if you do this. So suppose we see other religions, they are doing this because same thing is told in their religion, but they are doing in a little aggressive way. But here we are not even doing passive way also. We say, no, Bhagwan will take care. I don't have to invite. I don't have to just, do little things and then people will come. No, it has to be done. Aggressive goodness is what is required. And why? Because I have benefited. When we go to a restaurant and then we like one dish, we can share the restaurant. People will ask, what did you like? And people might go there and have that dish. But suppose you say, no, there is one new restaurant come in Chembur that is called this restaurant, and you go. First question they will ask, have you gone? No, I have not gone. I have heard. And you first go and then spread. So in the same way, if there is a transformation in me, then I share with others and that reaches. It also means one who is teaching, chanting, supporting to print books, builds Gita Mandir, writes summaries, organize Gita chanting competition, distribute Bhagavad Gita books. All this is coming in whatever way you can spread this knowledge. So Bhagavan says that who is the highest devotee whom I love the most? One who spreads this knowledge. Very, very important point. Nor there is any among men who does dear service to me. Secret given. What is dearer to God? How to please God? This is the highest level of giving and sharing. And why this is highest? Bhagavan says that people give food, money, shelter, this, that. But the highest giving is what? People give job. People say, I help communities. Some people become very arrogant, and because I hear people saying that we are not interested in God, we do community service. But if I don't know the entire philosophy, then I may feel arrogant that I am doing community service. But highest is what? Giving the fish to a hungry or teaching fishing to a hungry. So highest level is sharing the knowledge among giving food, clothes, job, money, many things I can give to people. But highest is what? Giving this knowledge. Because this knowledge can liberate once for all. Tattvamasi, you are that. When the person realizes Aham Brahmasmi, not that the person will be dependent on the teacher. In all other things, suppose I give money, the money gets exhausted, next time they will come. Suppose I give food, next day again they will come for food. If I give job, next day again they will come for something else. If I give clothes, again clothes will be required, because all these things are perishable. But this knowledge of imperishable, once I give, then that person attains that. The seeker is dissolved. But what about once you receive this knowledge? That we will see in the next session. But before that, there is one announcement here, that please come to this session on Gurudev, and second, on this Sunday, 3rd August, Gurudev Jayanti. Those who have missed last time, there is one beautiful play in fine arts, one of the best theaters in Mumbai, called as Dharma Yodha, 5 to 8. And how a monk created kings who were actually taken away by Mughals, and then how he actually converted them into again Hinduism and created one of the greatest empire in India, in the world, called as Vijayanagar Empire. So, earlier days monks were not going only in Himalayas and giving this knowledge. They were practically there. All the kings had monks as their gurus. So those who have missed last time, it is worth seeing, because this is not a commercial movie. It is presented by Chinmay Mission and youth, and directed, produced, written by Swami Swatmananji. So 5 to 8, we will post both the flyers of this talk on Gurudev in Acharya College in Chembur by Swamini Kaivalyananda, and this Dharma Yodha, where Swami Advayananji and Brahmacharis also are going to come to watch this. Many other monks are going to come. So it is a unique play. So please come. We will post the Acharya College talk is free. Fine arts definitely will be some tickets, minimal tickets will be there. So come and watch and spread this knowledge. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much.